look at my dogs.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Washington football team. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check 26, check 26.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
You think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Yes, complete.
Brandon Cooks. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
On the coverage.
Watson off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. To Phillip Lindsay. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
It's over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Texans.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal. Houston.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Texans 21. Washington.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run here with Lindsey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
21-0 our score after one.
Score Texans 21, Washington nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They go with Jacobs.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Darnold from the gun.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Is good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Lining up for the extra point.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. 45 yards.
13-yard line.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Darnold to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts it.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He was covered.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Darnold. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 22-yard line.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A final shot before the break. Darnold got it open man, it's Ruggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. He's got it at the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
44 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 13 yards out. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
4th down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Shotgun snap and again to Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
16 yards on the
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He completes it to Westbrook. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. And now here is another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To the air again, Darnold. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 20.
Darnold down to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Darnold's pass.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brought him down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. The open man is Westbrook. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Score Texans 52, Washington 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50.
Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Young lady, watch out. Young lady.
Here's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. Third down here. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, and oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold on first down. Reception here by Ruggs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And Watson's going to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. And the Texans first down.
Watson off play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd and long.
Check. I got one. Undercrush.
3rd and long. It's Watson eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Just like that. Get ready.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost